Hi everyone.
Hello, welcome to the channel. Today is September 7th, and our topic is our hidden power. It begins with a quote by Epictetus. Consider who you are. Above all, a human being, carrying no greater power than your own reasoned choice, which oversees all other things and is free from any other master.
Can you read that again, please?
Consider who you are, above all, a human being, carrying no greater power than your own reasoned choice, which oversees all other things and is free from any other master.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like the most important thing within us is the freedom of choice. Freedom of to choose how we want to participate in whatever we're making a decision about. But it's our choice to do that. Yeah. Even though perhaps a lot of times it seems like it's not our choice. There was that. Remember, there was there was something. Oh, Marshall Rosenberg was talking about something about like somebody puts a gun to your head or something and says, "Take off your clothes," right? And then so you say, "I don't have a choice. I have to take the clothes off," right? But the thing is, it's like, no, you have a choice. The choice is hidden. You can still not take your clothes off. Yes, you might get shot and die, but before then, you still have a choice of not do that or not do that. There is no I don't have a choice. Now the choice might be very difficult, right? It might be so hard that ultimately your life is in danger or something, but nevertheless the choice is still ours and it's still there.
Yeah, it can be easy to think I don't have a choice when I don't like the choices.
Mm-hmm.
But just because I don't like the choices doesn't mean that I don't have a choice.
Right.
I still have the freedom to select any of the options. They're all shit,
Mm-hmm.
but that is my choice, and that is what I need to recognize that.
Yeah. Yeah, because at some point you have only poop to choose from. So now, which poop do I want to choose? Right? Because there is difference, apparently. Fun. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, we have our choice, and even though it seems like it's hard, nevertheless we have it, and we should exercise the option to use it. Because we can also sometimes choose not to use it, which is a choice as well.
Yeah.
But is it a conscious choice, or is it a fear? Is it coming from these other places of like, I'm scared, I don't want to choose it, so I'm not going to do it, right? But you are choosing, nevertheless. When you're saying I'm not going to choose, that means you are letting others or other circumstances to choose for you, so you will be stuck with the consequences of that choice of not making a choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even not making a choice is
It's
a choice.
yeah.
There's no such thing as not making a choice, but there is such a thing as deluding myself into
For sure.
believing that I don't have a choice or that I'm not making a choice.
Yeah.
But while that is happening, the truth is I actually am making choices.
Or all the choices that I have are all equally bad.
Right.
Let's
Like
say,
I don't like, but I don't like it.
Yeah. But there are some that are not. Yeah.
But as long as I'm thinking about it in the way of I don't like the choices or I don't have a choice, now when I make that choice, I'm not aware that I have made the choice. It feels like it's something, the choice is happening to me.
To you, yeah.
And now I'm not in a good position actually to play ball with the consequences of the choice.
Right.
I'm only in a good position to play ball with the consequences of the choice when I accept my power to make it.
Yeah. Sweet. Okay. What up, Ryan?
Ryan's going to talk about Viktor Frankl,
Okay.
which is exciting. He says, the psychologist Viktor Frankl spent 3 years imprisoned in various concentration camps, including Auschwitz. His family and his wife had been killed. His life's work destroyed, his freedom taken from him. He quite literally had nothing left. Yet, as he discovered after much thought, he still retained one thing: the ability to determine what this suffering meant. Not even the Nazis could take that from him. Further, Frankl realized that he could actually find positives in his situation. Here was an opportunity to continue testing and exploring his psychological theories and perhaps revise them. He could still be of service to others. He even took some solace in the fact that his loved ones were spared the pain and misery that he faced daily in that camp. Your hidden power is your ability to use reason and make choices, however limited or small. Think about the areas of your life where you are under duress or weighed down by obligation. What are the choices available to you day after day? You might be surprised at how many there actually are. Are you taking advantage? Are you finding the positives? He used the word obligation in here, which I like as like another flavor on this thing, because Marshall Rosenberg also had an example of like a mom who made dinner every night but said, well, I hate making dinner. I don't have a choice to make dinner. I have to make dinner. And there's these things, these ideas we tell ourselves that I have to do this. And it like never entered her mind that she might not have to make dinner. That maybe she could enlist the help of her family. Maybe they could be doing more takeout. Maybe they could be doing like more meal prep, or like there's all these other things, other ways to play, but we get bogged down in the obligation of it all and thinking like, well, this is just what life is. It's just me having to go here and then needing to do that.
Therefore, I don't have a choice because I have 3 kids and they're hungry, so I have to make them food and I don't have a choice. Well, yeah, it seems like you don't have a choice, but there is a choice. AKA, hey, come on, there's some potatoes to be cleaned. You know what I mean? Come on, help out, bro. Like, I'm not making all your food. Like, no.
I'm not making a choice. That's not the right choice for me.
That's not the right choice for me, right? And it's like, you're not going to like it. I know.
And
but
I also don't
but
like it.
I also don't like it.
Right, and but I'm doing it here, and I like this more than
it cannot be that you all like it, and I'm the only one who's thinking that I'm without a choice, right? Like, that's not a good balance there, you know?
Yeah, we learn this from the people around us, you know, like people who are like caretakers and such, and there's like this idea of like, well, I have to do this, and we strip ourselves of our own agency to make these choices because we've seen how other people live and other people are living on the obligation train, and so that just seems normal. Like it doesn't enter the mind that there is another option, every time I make dinner, even though I hate it and even though I feel obligated to do it, I'm actually making a choice. And that is my choice and it's my responsibility, but it doesn't feel like that if I approach it with the I have to mentality.
Yeah, there's that the person who's making the things and thinking it's my choice or it's not my choice, I have to blah blah blah. That's that realm of things. But then there is this other realm of the people who, let's say, benefit from you not having a choice, right? Because they rate the benefit. So like, let's say a kid who is 15 years old, completely capable of helping in the kitchen, completely capable of cooking an egg, things like that, right? But nevertheless, the child is going to sit and play video games while mom cooks the dinner, right? And mom says, I don't have a choice, right? And then the kid says, the kid might actually have the thought of like, well, my mom is making all this food, but she's always made that, so I'm just gonna sit here. It's like an excuse.
She's not asking me.
She's not asking me for help. But guess what? When mom does ask for help, it's usually no, I don't want to do it. It's always 9 out of 10. It's no, right? And so now that might become an argument. So the mom stops asking. She just says, "I don't have a choice. They can't do it.
I can't get them to help me.
I can't get them to help me. So I'm gonna have to do it without a choice." So that's that. But then there are these people who are doing these other things there, sitting watching TV while the other person is in the kitchen doing something. They're enjoying video games, or they're enjoying reading a book, whatever that is. They are, and if you ask them, hey, do you know that this person is in the kitchen making food for you? So you don't have to make the choice of saying, oh, I'm hungry, I need to make it food. What am I gonna go make? Do I have the ingredients? Do I have the money to go do it? Have I prepped for this? You are like I want to say subconsciously, but I call BS on it because I don't think it's subconscious. People know about it. People know that I'm sitting here watching TV and like clink, 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 clink. There's something happening in the kitchen. I look over and there's my partner cooking for both of us. But I look over and I continue to be. It's okay. I'll just watch. You know it's wrong. You know that's not supposed to happen. You know it's supposed to be a combined effort to get this done. Why is this one person responsible for all your food and all of your laundry and all of your? Why is this like this? This is completely garbage, right? What do you do in the meantime? Just watch the TV or just play the video games, just having fun? And this other person is So the people who are raking benefits from these other people saying, I don't have a choice, are part of that. And but when you ask them, they say, I'm not part of it. Oh, no, she just likes to cook and I don't know what I'm doing in the kitchen. So, all these excuses. So you don't actually have to freaking do it, but you know your partner is doing it and you're letting it do it. How is this a partnership? What kind of a partner are you to them?
Yeah, so there's the person.
Come on, how is this just rolls one way or something?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So there's the person who thinks I have to do it, but then there's the person also who, when given the opportunity, chooses the easy way out. Yeah. And that, I think, is what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're like, well, I don't have to do it because they're gonna do it. Well, they think that they don't have a choice, so you're putting that onto them, saying they don't have a choice, except they don't have a choice to say, hey, can you come and help me? Because many times you said, no, what? It's not my job. That's your job, or some bullshit or something, you know? Yeah, and this is and what's funny is like someone might look at it and say, well, that's not what we have. My wife really likes cooking. Oh yeah? Go help her and see if she enjoys that. I will say 100% of those females will be like, oh my God, thank you so much. They were just waiting for you to get your ass up so you can freaking help around, right? Like, yeah, dude. Yeah. So anyway, I mean, I'm just picking this one because it's a kitchen versus this, and it's very one-sided because women are in the kitchen and men are like, like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know. I fixed the doorbell the other day or something, right? Like something, right? But I make all of your meals every day, and I take care of this house, clean it, and I do all the laundry. What do? You just go to work like everybody else? Like, come on, that's not enough. It's not out of balance, right? Yeah, there's gotta be some sort of a balance there. Yeah. Now I get it if it's like a stay-home mom and like that's essentially your full-time job. Okay, well then every situation is a little different, so you can't really. That's why I'm saying I'm just picking the kitchen versus that. But there are other scenarios where even it might be the other way, right? Like, well, I cooked your meals. Well, yeah, honey, but we need to build this house and I need help mixing concrete, right, or something. Like, I can't do it all myself, right? So it has to be, anyway, yeah, that's that whole thing about like one thing we think that we don't have a choice, and when we think we don't have a choice, we are not realizing that there are others around that they also have a choice and they're choosing us to be in the situation where we feel like we don't have a choice.
Yeah.
It's not nice.
Yeah, and ultimately we can only deal with our own stuff.
Yeah, so then we go like this. Well, sorry, I can't control you, so I'm gonna go to make the dinner, and now it's this like, oh, this one person is always have to be doing something for these other people around. Like,
and so either then you have to get to the place where, no, it's like not my favorite thing to do, but I'm actively making this choice. I select it for myself. I'm cool with it. I've come to terms with it. I'm at peace with it. Life is chores. This is one of those, and I accept that. Or it might get to the place of, no, hold on, no, I don't, because I do have these other people that I can leverage, and actually I need to open up this conversation with these other people, as painful and dangerous as that feels to the foundation of the relationship that I have with them. I would not be being true to myself and my agency of choice unless I brought this up and I opened this conversation and I said, please make the choice to help me right now.
so the people who are stuck with thinking they don't have a choice, the choice that they do have is to bring up the fact that they feel like I don't have a choice to the others that are around.
Right.
So that is the choice that they should make.
Or the other one where because sometimes
Yeah.
it's like you can convert it and it's like, hey, like when I weigh all of this and I look at what everybody else is contributing, everybody's contributing a fair amount, that I am the best person for this job. I can get to the place where I'm cool with this. I'm an active agent of this choice. So it could go that way too. But
Dude, if the other people are doing other things around the house that are helping you equivalently, 100%. There is a scenario where I am the best person for this job, right? And then there is another person who says, I am the best for this job. And then that person says, I am the best for this job. Okay, cool. We have some sort of a balance. It's not exactly fair to the last nail. No, but it's balanced, right?
yeah.
My issue is with one person is doing most of the work. The other ones are sitting on the couch pretending to be working, but they're just watching TV at the same time. They're not actually equivalently helping to the other person who is so involved. It's out of balance, right, in some way. Yeah. And when it is out of balance, it's on all of us, the one who's overworked, to bring it up and say, hey, this is too much. And it's also on the one who is not realizing that the other person is doing all their work, is onto them to also not be so oblivious about their surrounding and say like, oh wow, this person is like working. Shouldn't I go help them? Like that's the like remedy of what to do. Like be aware of your surrounding, that there are people around you who are working hard and perhaps they're not asking for help, but your help might be needed or welcomed if nothing else. Right? Yeah. And then there's also the services, right? Like I was talking to Rachel about like the love languages, right? And it's like act of service is one of the ways to express love. And actually I would say that females specifically have a lot more females have a love language that is service based, receiving a service, right? So aka help me. When you're helping me, our love is getting stronger. You're showing me how much you love me. Don't give me gifts. Maybe gifts is another love language, or touch is another love language. But the act of service love language is exactly tied to this conversation of like, well, if you just sit there and watch movies and I'm working, you're not showing me that you care. You're not showing me that you love me. When you get up and come here and say, hey, I don't know anything about here, but can I grate the cheese for you, honey?
Can I wash the dishes?
Can I wash the dishes? Something that's so banal that you can't even, like, you don't need skills for this. We're washing a cup, right? And so all of a sudden that is now not just like, oh, it's fair, not just fair. I'm showing love. We're exchanging love in the exchange of services, and so that's another, like, why should you do it? Well, not just because you feel bad for that person, but also because you actually gonna make the relationship stronger. I was gonna say strong-aided the relationship.
Instead of just strengthen.
Strengthen the relationship. Yeah. Okay, good. We've been yapping for 20 minutes. Good times.
Let's wrap it up.
See you tomorrow.
Okie dokie.
Bye.
See you tomorrow, my friend.